afternoon, everybody. What an historic moment this is. This is your chairperson, Dean Williams, speaking. This is my first solo run at doing commentary for the Optegra Premiership, or indeed the Championship for that matter. So what a privilege to spot such a big game. Leeds Chariots PFC against Teesside PFC. I'm very much looking forward to this one. What a huge game in the title race of the Optegra Premiership this is. So just to put that into context for our listeners, if we look at the current table, Leeds Chariots are top, having played 11 games, 9 wins, 2 defeats on 27 points. Teesside PFC are in 4th place. They've played 10, 1 game less, 7 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat on 23 points. So actually a win in this game for Teesside PFC will put them to within 1 point of the league leaders. So this is an incredibly important game at the top of the table. Just heard somebody talk about this. Of course, not necessarily my view, but you could put a blanket over 5 teams fighting this out for the Premiership title potentially. So Leeds, West Brom, Newcastle, Teesside and Aspire. So I'm really, really looking forward to this game. So hard one to predict. Many talented players on show in this game. We are a few seconds away from kick-off. Jack Humphreys is ably doing the stats as we go through the game as well. Thank you very much for that, Jack. And we're just about getting ready, as you can see. And Mark Kerrison will get us underway any second now. There we go. So Teesside PFC by Reeve with the kickoff. Intercepted by Leeds. That's gone out for throw into Teesside. To be taken by Lewis Harris. Short pass to Dan Rigby, back to Harris. Ed Common trying to intercept. Still with Rigby, back to Harris. Trying to evade and successfully does the attention of Tinkler. Reeve coming in to engage. That's with Dan Rigby trying to work a bit of space and not much power in the shot, but ably dealt with by Greg Baxter in the Teesside goal. And the follow-up from Lewis Harris, again, quite tame. Greg Baxter is behind that. Another throw into Teesside. Taken very quickly by Reeve. Seen this before from Teesside this season. Want to get on the front foot very, very quickly. Rigby challenging Reeve. Throw in again to Teesside. Certainly trying to force the ascendancy here in the early stages. Tinkler, back to Reeve. Some interesting battles right the way across the pitch here. Rigby has it down the right-hand side as you look at it. Trying to, again, weave a bit of space. Very creative player, as many of you will know, in Dan Rigby. Defended well by Reeve. And that's actually come off Rigby, so again a Teesside kick in. Lewis Harris trying to force a pass across to Maxwell. Rigby trying to indeed do exactly the same. These are being cut out at the moment by trying to Reeve working tirelessly to keep these Chariots at bay. Tinkler managed to find a little bit of space. Space very quickly closed down by Lewis Harris. Reeve with the ball again. Again trying to weave inside, but the space again is cut out by Dan Rigby very, very quickly. Lewis Harris this time providing a bit of shield as Tinkler tries to put the pass across. We're going to be seeing an awful lot of this in terms of space. Is going to be at a premium. It will take something incredibly creative. Oh, and that could be, just that moment. That was a fantastic pass across the goal from Tinkler. Reeve comes in, takes the shot. It's dealt with relatively simply in the end, but actually that's the first, I would suggest, real opening. Teesside have just forced a corner. Two incredible players right side by side here. There looks like there's some manoeuvre that's been worked out, maybe in training. So Ed Common, Tyler Reeve, both together. Tinkler in the box. There we go. Ooh. And again, from a creativity point of view, I'm going to add the plaudits onto that one. It's not produced a goal. However, we've seen this before. United States of America, we'll call it that. It's the first time I saw that at Sydney World Cup in terms of that move where two people in the corner, one drifts away from the corner, and then the idea is that they then have enough momentum to drift onto the ball and produce a chance, ideally a goal. Didn't quite materialise. That was very, very close. So again, I've just touched on this, the creativity that is on show here. With space at a premium, it will be something like that that's needed to open this game up, I'm pretty sure. That was the first taste of that. Remains 0-0. Just approaching 5 minutes gone in the first half. Maxwell with the pass to Harris. There's a bit too much on that from Lewis Harris. Drifts out of play. The goal kick to be taken by Teesside. Reeve has the ball. To be retaken. Another throw into Teesside. So chances at a premium. There's that one big creative move we've just talked about that's provided the first real noticeable chance. Reeve. Tinkler to Reeve again. Kept on by Tyler Reeve very well. Fantastic use of the chair. Lewis Harris now has the ball. And that's gone out for a Leeds Chariots PFC throw-in. Tinkler this time doing his defensive work. Lewis Harris, very quick free kick, nearly into the path of Dan Rigby. It's found its way back to Rigby. It's very difficult to create an angle from that shot. Rigby has got it back, passed it across to Maxwell. It's now back with Rigby, but Reeve is right there in close attendance. Not giving much inch here, either of these players. Rigby again trying to manoeuvre an opportunity. Back to Harris. Back to Rigby. It's come off again for a Teesside throw. Ed Common to Tyler Reeve. Senses the opportunity to gain a few valuable yards. Back into Common. It's going to roll across to Tinkler, kept in, but Dan Rigby now has the ball. And again, that's come off the back of the chair of Rigby, and it's another throw into Teesside. Ed Common, Tyler Reeve, Tinkler. Back to Common, Tinkler again back to Common. Ambitious pass across to Reeve. Eventually got it, but it wasn't clean. Lewis Harris defensively doing his job, but actually giving away a free kick. I don't think he looks overly happy about the fact that he's given away the free kick, but he has nonetheless. So we have Reeve across to Common. Common winds up. Again, well defended. It's come out again, and it's this time it's a Leeds Chariot kick-in to be taken by, it looks like Dan Rigby will take this one. Again, contact leading to a free kick. Rigby winding up for the shot. Too close to Tyler Reeve. It's come off Tyler's chair, and it's a kick in. Lewis Harris will take. Rigby back to Harris again. Attempt at goal blocked by Greg Baxter. More defensive work to do here from Teesside. Ed Common comes away with the ball and finds Tinkler. Rigby intercepts the pass, but it may make its way across to Ed Common. It has. Plays it back to Reeve, but Rigby has intercepted that. Has he got support coming in? He has got support, but it's been dealt with very well by Tyler Reeve, who plays the ball to Tinkler. Tinkler, pass forward, intercepted by Harris. How many times have we said that passes have been intercepted? That's that space at a premium that we were talking about a few moments ago. Free kick to Leeds Chariots. So we are fraction over 10 minutes to go in the half. Quarter of the game therefore gone. Still at deadlock, 0-0. One big chance of note which fell to Tyler Reeve for Teesside PFC. Just looking at the table, updated table, and the live table means that West Brom are currently top with 28 points, locked. They're having played 2 games less, I must add, with Leeds Chariot, 28 points, and then Teesside on 24 points in third place. So, again, the significance of this game is absolutely huge. Dan Rigby with a shot, blocked by Tyler Reeve. That's going to find its way to Tinkler. He has Ed Common in support, and he now has joined in that Tyler Reeve. Lewis Harris defends that very ably. Long pass upfield. Rigby's on chase, but Tyler Reeve appears to have that under control. Again, Reeve twisting and turning, but Harris in very, very close company. As tight as predicted, this game. Reeve, that's a miss by Rigby. Reeve pushes the ball forward, Tinkler's on it. Harris has got back very, very quickly. Locked in battle, Tinkler and Harris. Who's going to come out on top? Tinkler at the moment has the ball, has a little bit of space, readying himself for the pass, which he does. That's blocked by Britton. Again, out towards Harris. Rigby comes back to help, but the ball has found its way to Ed Common. Again, struggling to create that space because of the amount of defensive quality that's on show in terms of Rigby and Harris closing up shop. And there's a great example of it. Harris first to the ball and anticipating. Worth noting, thank you, Jack. Dan Rigby gets another yellow card. Then he will miss the next game. So although we're talking about defensive qualities and people being very combative in the right way on the courts, then Dan needs to be careful. Free kick to Teesside. Just a fraction under 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Leeds Chariots 0, Teesside PFC 0. Tinkler battling with Rigby. That's come out in favour of Leeds Chariots, the kick in. Lewis Harris, as so often is the case behind this kick in, plays it to his teammate Rigby. That's loose across the court, but it's going to come out to another Leeds PFC throw. Harris again behind. Maxwell nudges that on to Rigby. Great ball back to Maxwell, but it's just evaded him. Both teams trying to create more opportunity. Difficult with space at a premium. Teesside now have the kick in. Reeve will be behind this. Common. See, good ball that to Tinkler. Tinkler tries the shot come cross. Didn't quite manage to materialise in the way that he would like that. Blocked again. Lewis Harris. Seizing an opportunity to run down the wing, but he's run that ball out. That will be a Teesside kick in. Lots of buzz and excitement around the NTU, the arena. It's been some opening to this Premiership, Optegra Premiership weekend, as we keep referencing. Some fantastic football on display again. So much quality, so much competitiveness. Talked earlier about a lot of people thinking there's a blanket you could throw over the top 5 in the Premiership in terms of their opportunity to be crowned as champions, and this game absolutely demonstrates that. We have another set piece routine that potentially is coming up from Teesside. Again, no surprise, it's Common and Reeve that are behind the ball. Reeve now moves across. Tinkler comes to join. This is again a creative move. And Tyler Reeve spins, has the shot, but it's going to be a free kick that's awarded to Leeds PFC. And again, you can't really call that. Actually, no, it's not. It's gone to Teesside, the free kick. Sorry, that's my apologies for that. From a creativity point of view, again, we saw it there. There's clearly some work that's been put into on the training sessions, training ground with the free kicks. Oh, great shot from Reeve. Ably dealt with by Britton on the far post. They look dangerous from these set pieces, Teesside. Very, very dangerous. And there's more than 1 or 2 set routines that have been worked through. So, biggest challenge there for Leeds Chariots is to try and work out what is at play. Throw into Leeds. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. Predictably tight. Maxwell across to Rigby. Chance for an opportunity to get noses in front before half-time. Rigby, slight miscue, but it goes towards the goal. Baxter had to deal with it. Chance for Maxwell. Maxwell puts it across. Rigby again with a front bumper, tries to make something of that. There's never going to be the power that could be generated from that. Lewis Harris battling once again with Ed Common. Kick in to Leeds Chariots. The wind up from Dan Rigby. Still has the ball. Back to Lewis Harris. In turn, passes it across to Maxwell. Maxwell again down the wing. Tries to make something of that. And again, cross comes in, but nothing of any real threat. And a kick to Teesside. Intercepted again by Rigby. Reeve and Baxter battling this time with Rigby. And again we have another goal kick to Teesside. Reeve, Tinkler to Common. Common's found a bit of space, again very quickly closed down by Lewis Harris. He's got to deal with that. He's done it brilliantly. Fabulous control with the back of the chair from Lewis Harris. Still has the ball, being engaged by Reeve right now. That's come off for a Teesside kick-in. Again taken by Reeve. Common has the ball. Very, very quickly again closed down by Dan Rigby. There is such good defensive quality that's on show amongst so many creative people on the pitch. Just shows how important both sides of the game are. Great ball by Common. Back from Tinkler. Across to Reeve. Has the shot. Hits the back of the chair. And Rigby spins up in the air. Now leads to another. Just leads to another opportunity for Teesside to go on front foot. I'm loving working with Jack here. You can't hear him on co-comms, but actually he's given me absolutely critical information here. Here's the next one. Leeds have beaten Teesside in the North East League twice with a 3-2 win and another 4-0 win. So if that's anything to go by, Leeds will fancy this in terms of having that ascendancy so far, but again, the National League, that doesn't always materialise in the same way. Thank you, Jack. He's typing again. That's either to say thanks for the mention or there's another stat. Actually, it was still with a 4-0 win. Sorry. Thank you, Jack. So therefore, I'll apologise on your behalf. We're doing him a disservice there. That'll teach us, Jack. Too many stats. Just a few seconds left. We're about to run into added time at the end of the first half. Again, predictably a battle in the corner this time towards the goal of Teesside. Maxwell, the ball has to continue moving here. So Maxwell, again, trying to get progress against Baxter and Common, but not able to do so. And again, we are into any additional time now that Mark Kerrison is going to add on to the end of the first half. And that's the end of the first half. So what a tight affair this one is. We have Leeds Chariots PFC 0, Teesside PFC 0. Again, a lot's been said around this, around the battle of the defensive qualities from such offensive players from both sides that are being shown. Just shows that agility that the teams have. But this is a very, very tight game, and perhaps this just lends itself to a super second half to come in terms of battling this one out. We've talked about the significance of this at the top of the league, so let's see what happens in the second half, and which I'll join you very, very soon. Hello and welcome back to the second half of a rather exciting, if this is possible, 0-0 draw. Of course it is possible. Leeds Chariots PFC 0, Teesside PFC 0. Very, very tight. If you're listening to the first half, very, very tight game. Limited space. Feels like it will take a moment of creativity or a mistake to open this game up. We have Leeds Chariots PFC getting us underway, and immediately straight into a battle between Reeve and Harris. Saw that one a few times in the first half. So kick into Teesside to be taken by Reeve across to Common. Common finds Tinkler, little jab forward. Again, Harris and Rigby in tandem seem to have this one covered. It's fallen back across, and that's anyone's ball. It's been claimed by Ed Common to Reeve. Rigby has it and tries to find Lewis Harris. That's going to run beyond him, then across to Maxwell, and that's going to be a throw-in, which has been awarded to Leeds. Rigby's behind this. Fired across, chance here, Maxwell. Probably the best chance for Leeds PFC, intercepted by Reeve. Made it look relatively comfortable in the end, but that was a great pass from Dan Rigby. I heard Ryan Sippel talking about the quality of delivery in a previous game today, which was there from Dan Rigby. And we definitely saw it there. Maxwell not able to get the absolute power he needed behind the strike, but that's the best chance, as I say, for Leeds Chariots PFC up until this point. Ball is with Harris to Rigby, flicked across to Maxwell. He's done well to keep that in. And it sends down the line, but it's Tyler Reeve that is thwarting any progress that Maxwell would take. Reeve plays the ball across, nobody there. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Mark Kerrison places the ball. Lewis Harris behind this, plays a very short pass to Dan Rigby across to Maxwell. Again, that space we talked about at a premium. Tinkler doing his best to stop any advancement from Maxwell, but he's got away very, very well. Then runs into Tyler Reeve, who wins the kick in. Plays to Tinkler. Again, the crossfield pass intercepted by Rigby. Harris and Common battling on the far side. Who's going to win this one? And it's Harris comes away with the ball. Intercepted by Reeve. And that's come off Harris. The last touch, so it will be a Teesside kick in. 0-0. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Lewis Harris lets the ball run out. He has the throw in. Harris, short pass to Maxwell, across to Rigby. Rigby again, ball back, brilliant pass back again to Maxwell. Fires across, doesn't quite reach Rigby. Dealt with defensively, but again, Dan Rigby, there's been a couple of examples already where he started to pull the strings from a Leeds Chariots perspective. Lewis Harris on the far side. Battling for possession with Reeve. Harris, has he just got advantage there? He has, but Greg Baxter's done well to see him out. And persistency from Lewis Harris. Greg Baxter helped out by Tyler Reeve. Harris won't go away, he's still there. Gets the shot in. Greg Baxter again looked relatively comfortable behind that, but there's an attempt here by Lewis Harris to squeeze the ball through, and it's not quite worked out, I have to say. Brilliant defensive quality from Greg Baxter to make sure that they kept that at bay. My goodness, that was close. Tyler Reeve with a kick for Teesside. Lewis Harris behind the ball at the other end this time, having just been the most advanced player. Coverage by some of these players across the court is just fantastic. We have a free kick that's been awarded by referee Mark Kerrison to Teesside. Now we know how dangerous they can be from these set pieces. Let's see what Reeve has up his sleeve here. Pretty straight free kick, hoping to get Tinkler on the end of that. Didn't quite materialise, but it has found its way to Tinkler, back to Reeve. Spins, tries to create something from that. Dan Rigby has done well to see that out, but again, persistency from Reeve. Rigby again in the way. Maxwell has a chance to make something of this, battling with Tyler Reeve. That's found its way to Ed Common. Slight miss there from Ed Common. It's gone to Lewis Harris, but again, recovery is good by Ed Common. Again, how many times have I said there's very limited space? Free kick awarded to Teesside. Lovely little touch from Tinkler down the left-hand side towards Ed Common. Common protecting the ball. Circular motion, keeping people guessing as to what he's going to do with it next. The answer is he puts it across to Tinkler. Great shot. Really good save by Britton. The ball's found its way again back to Ed Common. That was, looks as if that was destined to go to Tinkler. It wasn't. Came off the back of, I think it might have been Lewis Harris's chair. It was going very nervingly towards the left-hand post, but it's managed to go to the side. But it is a corner to Teesside. Ed Common. Again, what's he got up his sleeve now? Ball across. Tinkler doesn't quite work that one. It's bounced across to Maxwell. Very quickly, Tyler Reeve shuts down that ground and stops the attack of Leeds Chariots. Just under 13 minutes to go. Still, Leeds Chariots 0, Teesside 0. Top of the table clash as it currently stands first against third. Sorry, second against third. Apologies to West Brom there. Tinkler swings, misses. A slight connection, but not the connection he wanted from Reeve there as well, as he in turn spinned. Comes out for a Leeds Chariots throw, but before that there is a substitution. Teesside make their first change. Lewis Harris back on the action. Great ball down the line to Dan Rigby. Again, Rigby not able to find Maxwell towards the centre of the goal. Lewis Harris called into defensive duty once again. But Ed Common showing real quality to turn and twist, but Harris, to be fair, has recovered. Dan Rigby has the ball. Maxwell back to Lewis Harris, trying to nudge that ball forward towards Rigby. Didn't work. And that's going to result in a swing and a miss and a kick into Leeds Chariots. Just a fraction over 11 minutes remaining of a pulsating stalemate. Lewis Harris working out his options. Engaging with Tyler Reeve. Not for the first time. Reeve trying to force Harris back. He's managed to do that. That ball has stayed in. He's right on the far side on the right. And now it's been awarded as a free kick to Leeds. Harris will be behind this. Ed Common battling with Dan Rigby. Throw-in awarded to Leeds. Going through a few quiet moments now, perhaps for that crescendo for the last quarter of this game. It's a reminder of those standings. First place West Brom, played 10 games, 28 points. Second place Leeds Chariots, played 12 games, 2 games more, 28 points. Third place Teesside PFC, 24 points from 11 games. So, whichever side manages to produce, if at all, a winner in this game, what a huge, huge result this would be. A winner for Leeds puts them back on top, and a winner for Teesside will put them in a position where they are just 1 point from the top of the table. Everything to play for still. Contact. Free kick to Leeds. Lewis Harris, unsurprisingly, behind the free kick again. Passes to Dan Rigby. Ran away from him. He's then intercepted the pass forward from Tyler Reeve. Ed Common will take the throw in for Teesside and towards the left-hand side. Pass into Tyler Reeve. The ball has run through to Lewis Harris to Maxwell. Maxwell battling with Ed Common. Ed Common comes away with the ball and immediately is engaged by Lewis Harris. That plays a fine pass to Dan Rigby, who tries in turn to play the ball across to, oh my goodness me, play the ball across to Maxwell. The ball immediately came back to him. The swing and the shot hits the right-hand post. That is arguably the closest Leeds Chariots have come to opening the scoring in this game. Dan Rigby versus Tyler Reeve. Lewis Harris trying to get the ball through to Maxwell, intercepted again by Ed Common. On the other pitch, being commentated on by Rosie and Rickin, is West Bromwich Albion 3, Nottinghamshire 0. So that's the result that puts them at the moment top of the table, joint on points with Leeds Chariots. Significance again of this game, absolutely huge. Just over 7 minutes to go. You'd be a very brave person to predict the outcome of this. All three results still possible. Win for either team. Draw as it stands right now. Stalemate. A reminder, 0-0. Ed Common comes away with the ball. Beautiful reverse action. Ball comes across. Oh, shot and a save. Britain not had much to do in the last few minutes, but there was a save required there, which he managed to do very adequately. Immediately the ball has gone up to the other end of the court. Dan Rigby behind. A kick in for Leeds Chariots. Plays it across. Blocked. Ed Common. Tyler Reeve blocked. Greg Baxter engaged by Dan Rigby. Dan Rigby trying to work an opening from this, or win a corner. Very, very experienced Greg Baxter just holding his chair position. And thwarting this attempt. It doesn't look like there's much room through there. A corner ball that's been awarded to Leeds Chariots. Dan Rigby's done well to get that. I think Tyler Reeve would disagree with that as a decision, but it's been awarded nonetheless, and that's football. Dan Rigby winding up for a set piece. Needs a bit of room. Rotating around the ball. Taking his time. Hits it across. That's going to come out for another corner. Dan Rigby still right behind the ball. What's he got up his sleeve here? Talked about his distribution. Has been first class all day so far. Tyler Reeve intercepts that one, immediately goes up the other end of the pitch. Opportunity, Reeve, Rigby right back at the other end. Passing it across, that ball's going to go out. It's evaded Maxwell. It's going to be a Teesside kick-in. Just under 5 minutes to go on what could be a crucial result at the top of the table. As I've said, all three results still possible. Tyler Reeve battling with Lewis Harris. Oh, opportunity. Common swings. Doesn't quite get the contact he wants. To be fair, blocked again. Dan Rigby trying to force something here for Leeds Chariots. It's actually a fantastic run by Ed Common. He's managed to evade that, but again, very, very quickly engaged by Lewis Harris. A very familiar concept of my commentary, that one, as we've gone through this game. Nevertheless, it's a kick into Teesside. Ed Common behind it. What's he got? Twisting, turning. Hits the ball against Lewis Harris. Runs out for another kick in for Teesside. 3.5 minutes to go. A matter of seconds left. All it takes is a second. Is there a moment of immense creativity from the quality that's on show on this pitch to gain those 3 significant points? Rigby tries to keep the ball in. He hasn't been successful in doing that. And we have another kick in for Teesside. Common, very short pass down the line, intercepted by Dan Rigby. They have advanced a couple of yards. Ball comes back to Ed Common. Winds it up. Doesn't quite work out the way he wanted. It is another kick in to Teesside. This game has proven that you can go in a matter of seconds from one end of the court to the other, but actually Teesside having a bit of joy here in terms of the ascendancy in the final moments. And there's Ed Common trying to burst through, and he has a chance. He did not quite connect with that. It still went goal bound. Britain needed to do some work. It was very unlikely to trouble him that much. If there's anything about this game, not just related to Ed Common, the contact just has not quite been as clean as what's required to gain the advantage in going a goal for either side. Not quite happened. That's a great effort there from Tyler Reeve. Again defended. Bottom left-hand corner. An opportunity for Ed Common to play the ball in again. He does that. Back of the chair of Britain deals with that quite easily. And we have a goal kick awarded to Leeds. Last knockings, I think they would call this. Just over 1.5 minutes to go. Still enough time to fashion a chance, but I said it'd be a brave person to predict the result of this game. I'm going to stick my neck out now and say that the teams have spent so long in the game cancelling each other out, defending brilliantly, very little chances, but an enthralling game of football nonetheless in terms of looking at those defensive qualities and the stability of both teams that's been on show. I'm going to predict this will be managed beautifully by both sides, and will they be happy with a point? That's not for me to judge. It looks destined to be a point for each team. Lewis Harris trying to force up the court to throw into Teesside. Just a reminder, if it does indeed stay like this, that Leeds Chariots will be joint top of West Brom, but they have played 2 games more and they have an inferior goal difference, so technically in second place. It will see Teesside on goal difference remain in third place. West Brom on the other pitch. Look very comfortable, just going into additional time now. 3-0, they lead Nottinghamshire. They are the winners from this if it stays like this, there's no question about it. Right, we are just about to tick into additional time from referee Mark Kerrison. We have a goal kick that's been awarded to Teesside. Unless something very special happens here, it's looking like we are set for the stalemate. Reeve versus Rigby. Mentioned that on a few occasions during this game. I will let you have my player of the match in a few moments. That is full time. It's finished. Leeds PFC 0, Teesside PFC, Leeds Chariots PFC I should say, 0, Teesside PFC 0. What an enthralling game that was as a stalemate. I mean, don't be put off by the score on this one. This is well worth a watch. The attacking quality and creativity on show, it was there to see, but actually the winners of this was the defensive work from both of those teams. I said I'd give a player of the match. It's actually really difficult to give a player of the match because of all that defensive quality on show, but I'm going to be sticking my neck out. Ooh, and I'm going to think about the person that I think had the best chances for Leeds Chariot, but also put in the best defensive display. Sorry, Lewis Harris, but I'm going to give it to your mate, Dan Rigby. I thought his performance in that game, showing both sides of his game, was superb. But I have to, again, give that as a caveat that actually there's probably 4 or 5 players there that equally will feel they had a chance of doing that. What a great game of football. Finishes 0-0. West Brom on the other court looks like they were victorious and 3-0 winners, so they will go into the certainly the next games we have on show on both courts. They'll be top of the table on goal difference from Leeds Chariots. Teesside in third. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.